Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. From gourmet snacks to unique finds, each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Hey there, looky here.
Hey.
Here we are, back again. That intro, it just gets longer and longer every week.
Yeah, it does. It feels so long.
Hey, welcome to King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rusty.
That is Rusty. The other man you see on the screen, this is Danny. Danny, introduce yourself.
Howdy, I'm Danny D. Cosplay. Most of you would know me as the Bobby Hill cosplayer. I do a lot of King of the Hill stuff and am known for doing that, and then a lot of anime characters.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. We'll get to the anime characters. I'm super interested in that background you got going on there. You've got a lot of King of the Hill memorabilia back there. Tell us about a couple.
Yeah.
Of those
so I have a lot of pet posters.
Mm-hmm.
Got the purse.
Oh.
And then
whose purse is that?
Good old Hank.
Hey, whose purse is that, by the way?
That's my purse.
All right, good job.
I don't know you.
So tell me, Danny, about why did this happen? How did you get to where we are?
So funny enough, I mean, I always watched King of the Hill growing up.
Sure.
But what started all this out is that one day I cut my hair real short on accident. Instead of saying like a buzz cut number 3 or something, I said buzz cut 1. Ooh. Well, I started walking around. Everybody's calling me Bobby Hill. So to kind of be in on the joke, I decided I was going, well, I go to conventions. I might as well dress up as Bobby. I'll do it as a one-time thing. Everybody will get a laugh, and I'll be done with it.
Sure.
Well, going to the convention, starting as Bobby Hill, when I first started this, it got weird when all of a sudden there's a line of 30 people wanting to take my picture. As I go, well, I guess I am this now.
Wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, actually, I think I first saw you on like something that went viral, and that's where I first saw you, because I've talked to you once before to try to get you on the show, and then like things happened, and I just forgot to recontact you. And I linked back up with you again to have you on. But yeah, I saw you off of some viral thing that went viral, whether it was like a Cracked article or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I was like, I gotta have this dude on our show. This is awesome because you see a lot of Bobby Hill cosplay out there, but you went viral, so you're like the pinnacle of what I see as Bobby Hill cosplay. You're like the best that I've ever seen. So I thought it would be interesting to have you on. I appreciate you coming on with us, Danny.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So what kind of events? You said you go to conferences and things like
So
that.
I do a lot of Comic-Con like things. So I've done like C2E2, which is the Chicago Comic-Con. I have done a lot of Anime Con, so Anime Central in Chicago,
Okay.
Colossal Con North up in the Wisconsin Dells.
Sure.
I do Fan Expo Chicago. I'm planning to do a couple of Fan Expos in Ohio. So I do a lot of I stick to the anime ones a lot of times, only because they're nearby. But I do a lot of Comic Cons as well.
Well, King of the Hill is anime, so the
That's
Japanese
what I tell
folks
everybody.
consider it anime. So.
And believe it or not, when I've had the people come up that do the whole dub versus sub fight and have fought in front of me about which one's better, so it's like,
awesome.
See, it is the anime.
Are you do you do something else during the day? Are you employed otherwise?
Yeah, I'm a drafter by nature, so
Really?
I draw like a dairy and pharmaceutical plant piping.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's something. Do you do it mostly remotely, or do you go in?
I go in. It's around where I'm at.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I actually
a lot
used
of
to work
my
at
work's mostly working from home.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
I actually used to work at a candy factory, so we used to work with drafters and stuff that were doing all the overhead pipes and stuff inside the candy factory. I used to manufacture Snickers, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, he was on the line, and we talked last week about how bad chocolate smells.
Yeah, raw chocolate, like in its raw form or whatever. Because there's like a component of the factory where they make the raw chocolate, and it doesn't smell the best. The liquid hot chocolate.
My worst one has been vanilla syrup.
Oh yeah,
vanilla syrup. Ooh, yeah, that's
vanilla syrup,
we would deal with
good.
raw vanilla crystals. Like the crystalline form of it, like you're not even supposed to like breathe it in because it'll scar your lungs up. But that stuff right there would smell really, really bad. Like if you got it on your skin, you would have to go wash your hands immediately because it would like rub your skin raw.
So, Danny, where do you want to take this? What's the biggest thing? Is it just a hobby, or do you want to actually turn it into something, or what are you thinking?
This has always kind of been the hobby for me. I mean, I started doing the costumes just because I started going to conventions, and it kind of wound up being the I feel like I got to do something at these things.
Yeah.
And for me, Bobby Hill's kind of that one of I like just having everybody laugh.
Sure.
So when I'm at a con and all of a sudden you hear across the like merchandise hall or something, someone screaming, "That's my purse!" It's like,
yeah. So what's admirable to me is that it started as a joke, and you just took control of it and said, "Well, screw it, I'll just do it my way." Then that's the way you got to do it.
And I think that's kind of what's been the best of it. Like all my cosplay stuff kind of originally started off as a joke in some way. It's like, oh, I don't like something about myself. Well, let's throw it in the cosplay. I didn't used to like being called Danny a lot, so.
Oh, really?
So I made that the username, and now I'm quite okay with it, and that's what people know me on.
So you were going by Dan? Is that?
I go by Daniel usually.
Oh,
I
Daniel.
like the formal.
Okay, yeah, that's super formal. Yeah, that's super formal versus completely informal. Yeah, oh, that's awesome. That's all. Yeah, my God-given born American name or whatever is Michael, and the only people that get to call me that are my wife and my mother. So, Mike has always been that thing. I was having this conversation with my wife last night though about it was a one-way conversation. I was talking, she was ignoring me, but it's like Danny, God, what did I run across? Some names just don't sound good on adult people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what you were fighting also, right? Like, I don't want anybody calling me Mikey, you know? I don't.
Well, and I think this is why I kind of added it to the
Mhm.
cosplay
Yeah.
because then it becomes the fun. It's
Yeah.
like going if you're gonna know me as Danny, well, you know me for the goofy
Yeah.
side that I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, you took it back, and that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
I can kind of relate. It's not that I hate my real name, but Rusty has become a nickname. Through my Facebook username and stuff like that, it's just become like people that meet me in life now. A lot of people don't even know my real name; they just know me as Rusty. They don't even know what my actual name is, and sometimes it's odd because I'll be in public and I'll hear my real name, somebody like calling me, from the distance or something, and I'm like, oh, that's somebody that really knows me. So I'm like hiding behind the shelves or something like that. I'm like, I don't want to talk to this person.
And that's kind of how I use mine too, because it's like when if anybody at a con calls me by my actual name, then so I go, oh, you must know me
That's right.
outside the
You could
the
tell
cosplay.
business from cosplay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same way for me. So if I hear my real name, I'm like, maybe I want to avoid whatever person is trying to let's just go down this aisle real quick.
So let me ask you two more questions. One is give me an idea of your favorite King of the Hill episode. I'm sure you get asked that all the time, but there's got to be one. It doesn't have to involve Bobby. If you had to boil it down out of 13 seasons, which one would you say?
So I think if I have to pick, I don't I don't like the parts of the episode because it's the when Peggy's doing the feet stuff
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
because I love the comment at the Bobby. It's like, look, Mom, I'm fat. It's like going, I'm gonna be fat. I'm always gonna be fat. It's like going. People will like me for it. People won't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to
Yeah.
me, that's always like been the big one.
Yeah.
That's a good episode. I like that
That's a
episode.
great
Like I said,
episode,
I'm not
yeah.
really big
Yeah.
on the whole foot fetish part of the episode, but
I think it's funny as
That-
hell, though. I
that-
think,
that stuff.
and if anybody was ever going to be into it, it was going to be Bill. So
Yeah.
that's perfect.
feetfinders.com. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the tough question, Danny. The reboot. Yay,
Yeah,
nay?
the reboot.
What do
That
you
was
think?
the question I was going to ask. Yeah.
So I like the reboot for one thing. I can play an adult for once,
There you go.
Yeah.
which is just funny on its own because since I always look like this,
Yeah.
no matter where I'm at,
Right.
it kind of comes down to no one believes that I'm 35.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you do not look 35.
Yeah, you don't look 35.
So, have you seen some of the leaks on what they're saying Bobby's going to be?
Yeah, I saw the voice actress leak when she first posted it,
Yeah.
and the first thing I did was screenshot that. And at the last con I did my adult version of it. So I got the chef hat and the
Yeah.
things that they
that's awesome.
showed in it.
Oh, that's perfect,
And-
man.
So I'm excited to see how it will go.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it will go well,
Me too. Yeah.
but even if it don't, at least I can say that I had one season of it and I got another character.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Well, Hulu announced 2 seasons.
Yeah,
we just found out about that last
Even
week.
better.
Yeah, they've confirmed at
14 and
least
15.
2, so
Yeah.
we get at least 2 seasons. The only thing that I'm concerned with is like the new formatting for animated shows, where we used to get 20 to 22 episodes, but now you get like 10. So I'm hoping that
You're gonna get 2. You're gonna get less episodes, but they're gonna call it two.
yeah, it's
2
it's
seasons.
the same amount of episodes you
Yeah.
would get in one season,
Yeah.
wrapped into 2. So I hope that they have somewhere between like 15, 16 episodes per season. But you never know with the new way to do stuff.
So
Well, and that's kind of where I'm always just kind of iffy on it. It's like, I hope that it's a full 12 episode season
Yeah.
like what they've done.
that would be great.
But I think as long as it goes good and they kind of keep the characters justice, I think we'll all be happy.
I agree.
I agree.
So, how many other things do you have anything else planned before the end of the year?
Probably not for the end of this
Okay.
year. Usually, the Colossal Con North, like my last one.
Yeah.
I mean, around now, it's usually me just making TikToks
Sure.
or different things like that. But
Do you
so
ever do?
at this moment, this is kind of like my cool down area.
I got you. Do you ever do like commissions or like cameo type stuff?
Um, Not really.
Okay.
I haven't had anything of necessarily of like people will want to take my picture, but
Sure.
as far as it goes, I just with this just kind of being my hobby,
Okay.
my thought is my thought always kind of comes down to you don't need to pay me. I'll if you want something, just ask and I'll see what I can do.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Yeah, that is nice of
You
you.
seem like a very nice guy.
Especially in today's society, everybody, as soon as they have like a viral moment or they have, things like that, they start to figure out how much money they could like suck out of the situation, and then they end up doing like coin rug pulls and end up with the feds on them and stuff, like the Hawk Tua girl, that recent thing where she just did the coin rug pull. But yeah,
Mhm.
no, that's admirable for sure.
Have you found your Hank?
Well, what's that?
Have you found your Hank?
Uh, this has been my biggest thing. I have many people that look like Ink.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, man, if he could just find a Hank to follow him around, that would be great.
I have one friend where we have the deal out that as long as that he goes to my conventions as Dale and I go to any of his Halloween stuff as his Morty for Rick and Morty.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Look at y'all double dipping. Okay,
Mhm.
well, Danny, man, it was a pleasure to meet you. Really enjoyed talking to you, and I hope that we can do this again down the line. One of the things that we were trying to plan is when they drop the new episodes, we'll probably be watching them live with some of our folks on the channel here. So we'll drop you a line, see if you're available.
Yeah. If I can join, I
Yeah,
will.
that's great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to have you on,
great.
man.
All right. Well, Danny, thank you so much. Give us your ways that people can get in touch with you and kind of watch what you're doing.
So I'm Danny Cosplay. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, uh, Facebook, and I just got a YouTube to save all the TikTok posts too. So,
Very nice.
Awesome.
And
but,
so
yeah, you can find me at anything that says Danny D Cosplay.
so it's Danny_D_cosplay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna save that in my phone there so that I got it. And Danny, try not to go outside because I think it's cold where you're at. And
Yeah, a little too cold.
you've only got like 6 more months of that. It's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, take care of yourself, and thank you again for coming on Bois. We really appreciate it. It's nice.
Yeah,
to
we
meet
appreciate you so much, Danny. I'll keep in touch with you, man. Thank you so much.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad to be on here.
Give us one little Bobby thing on the way out. What you got?
That's my purse. I don't know you.
There you go. That's
There you
it,
go.
man. Nice job. All right. We'll see you.
See ya.
Easy Sun has been living fearlessly under the sun since 2016. Born from sailors' need for convenient sun protection, our mineral sunscreen is crafted with natural ingredients offering broad spectrum protection against UVA and UVB rays. Safe for your skin and the environment, stay protected on the go with Easy Sun, your ultimate sun care solution. Visit EasySun.com today. That's EEZYSUN.com. Join the Daily High Club, the premier destination for glass water pipes, vaporizers, and accessories. Since 2015, we've sold over 1 million quality products and teamed up with legends like Snoop Dogg and Tommy Chong. Ready to elevate your smoking game? Visit dailyhighclub.com for our El Primo subscription box or shop unique pieces today.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024, ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Man, that was
awesome.
cool, huh?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd reached out to him before, and one of them slipped my mind things and lost him in the sauce. And then I just happened to be scrolling through, man, and I saw him again, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him again and get him on
he
here.
was very nice.
I actually
Very nice
have
guy.
before we cut the Friday episode, I actually have a quick email.
Yeah, please.
We got another.
Just a gripe or a praise?
A little bit.
But I'll take either. I don't care.
A little bit of both. It's a
right.
revival gripe again.
All right, let's go.
This is from Trey.
Trey.
So here we go. Hey, y'all. Really enjoy the pod, except for when the revival gets brought up. Because I also have no faith in it, and I just want to enjoy KOTH as it is before the George Orwell version as mad-libbed by Lisa Simpson comes out. I related and still relate to it this day, despite not looking like any of the main cast, which is a concept lost on DEI Hollywood. But there are co-workers of mine at my job where I listen to your podcast who look like certain characters from King of the Hill. And while politics get brought up, it doesn't stir up drama despite not sharing the same views. Heck, my boss met and shook hands with Trump, but didn't deny the Enrique of our job a bigger bonus like the rest of us because he voted for Harris. And this was during our company dinner before Thanksgiving. I don't participate in politics, but he didn't deny me that either. However, it was still funny that he gave us all gold-printed Trump bucks as a joke. Really, the only drama was a slight scoffing remark some folks made about one of our staff being a Raiders fan. All right. If the revival, hold on, I got a little bit more.
Yeah.
If the revival does go the usual route, then I am thankful I can still enjoy a different adult animated sitcom in the vein of King of the Hill, but came out decades before it. I won't say what the name is because obscurity keeps it safe from new Hollywood, along with other forgotten media which were allowed to rest in peace instead of being used for necrophilia.
Wait, he's talking about a show that came out decades before, an adult animated
No, he said
show.
if the revival goes the usual route, which he is saying that the usual route is quote-unquote woke. He said, I'm thankful I can still enjoy a different adult animated sitcom in the vein of King of the Hill, but came out decades before it. So he's talking about if the revival sucks, he still has the old King of the Hill to go watch.
This is Trey?
This is Trey,
okay.
Trey, a.k.a. Mr. Word Salad.
Trey, let me say something real quick, and this is not pointed at you.
I hope you understood what he wrote. I don't really understand
Well,
of that, but I get the gist
Here's
of it.
the issue. I think everybody's worried about it being woke, right? They're worried about this thing coming out and being woke. And
It's a big concern, it seems like.
It does seem like a big concern, but by the way, aliens could land tomorrow too. So why don't we not worry about it until it happens?
Well, not only not worry about it until it happens, does anybody ever watch anything that this dude has ever made? Mike Judge, if anybody has literally watched anything that he's ever made, the dude was woke before woke was woke.
I have faith in him. I don't think he's going to put out a terrible product.
Really,
but we've said that many times.
What other adult animated sitcom at that time, other than maybe Family Guy, but Family Guy was more about joking about things than actually like addressing the situation and talking about it in a humane, like humanity-driven way, I guess you could say. Transsexuals or cross-dressing and stuff like that. They address that on there. They address so many different things, like, homosexuality, drug use, like alcohol. They address so much different stuff.
Well, our Monday episode's about meth, and I was thinking, like, as I was getting the notes ready on Sunday, at this time when this came out, that episode came out, I think it was like 2002.
Yeah.
None of us were thinking about that.
No.
That was a new thing, Now meth is just prevalent everywhere.
Yeah, like it was in the middle. Like at that point, it was like the beginning of the epidemic or whatever of methamphetamine. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like nobody, if you want to talk about woke or whatever, you need to go watch. Man, what's the movie? I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now. The movie with Terry Crews as president.
Oh, yeah, Idiocracy.
Yeah. Go watch Idiocracy. Just go watch that. Go put that on.
By the way,
and watch it.
Is a Mike Judge movie.
It's a Mike Judge movie. Go watch that and tell me that Mike Judge is not woke or whatever you want to call it. I really don't like that term. I think it's silly. I think it's just a buzzword that somebody heard.
It is a buzzword. It fits on a hat.
It's like DEI and all that. They're just buzzwords that people hear, and I don't think they truly understand the definition of the meaning of what they are.
Here's my take on that whole situation, right? We're all Americans. most
That's
of us
it.
that are watching this.
Yeah, I'm not an American.
Well, you know what I mean. and we are all living in the purple, right? I don't live in red. You don't live in red. He doesn't live in blue. You don't live in blue. We're all right down the middle, and it's because we have stuff we have to take care of every single day. We
think my
can't
house is
focus
green and
just
white.
on politics. We can't focus on just on race. We can't. So what they're doing is they're poking at us, and they're trying to get us riled up against each other. Because if they can separate us from each other, then they have all the power. If there are way more of us than there are of them, so just keep being nice to your neighbor. And then when the shit hits the fan, we're in it together. That's all I can tell you.
Unless your neighbor's Con Sufanusen phone.
I'll even take Con Susanusen phone. Hey, just real quick in the chat here, we had Jamie Batista. He's shout out Chicago. He also says that season 7, episode 3 is a great episode. I agree. Blah 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 blah. Says yo. And then Jamie asked a question, how do you feel about international students / people giving themselves American names because Americans can't pronounce their real name?
You know, I saw a video where
Bill Gillis says, book.
Somebody's on like college campus and they're going around and talking to people from different countries.
Yep.
And they're saying, well, what's your American name? And, well, what's your real name? And I think if it makes somebody comfortable, whatever they want to, it's
You
just
can call
like
yourself whatever you want.
it's just like me calling you Mike instead of Mikey or Michael. You know, whatever your preferred name is, I'll call you by whatever name that is. It's like the guys who call you on telemarketer. Hello, my name is Joe. You know, like
and that's,
I don't really care what the dude's real
one
name is, kind of thing.
That's the one I was going to bring up. Is like whenever they make them use those American names as telemarketers.
Yeah,
that's more racist to me than you telling me your actual name and me just going, oh shoot, I'm having trouble pronouncing that. Tell me again. I have no problem with that. It's when these corporations and these companies try to dumb us down and herd us all as sheep into one different place. That's when I have a problem with it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I could care less what your name is. I will try my best. I taught, for a long time, and in the classroom, I ran across some weird ass names. And but you know what? Those same kids with those weird ass names probably couldn't pronounce my name. And so it's fine. It's a learning thing. We're supposed to get along. We're supposed to be neighbors. And so I'll call you by whatever you want me to call you by. You call me by what I want to be called by. We're done. We're done here. We don't have to do anything else. We're good.
There you go, Jamie. Or
so
Jaiome.
Yeah, Jamie, you got a great point.
Or Jaime, maybe.
Yeah, whatever it is. And correct me if I'm wrong. But again, had a kid named Exxon in one of my classes.
Oh,
but
wow. I went to school with
I got to call him Exxon.
I went to school with a lot of crazy names, and I went to school with this huge Romanian family, and each of them had
like in stature or number?
Massive, like as in
like 9
the
feet
woman.
tall.
The woman was pregnant from 1984 to like 2004 or 5. She had like 20 years of birthing children, and at one point in the school that I went to. From grades 1 to 12 or grades kindergarten to 12, there was at least 1 or 2 in each grade. Yeah. But they had names that were hard to spell, and you would pronounce it wrong, and they would tell you, this is the Romanian way. I said, I don't care how you pronounce it, but they would teach you, well, this is the Romanian way, like Lucian, like it was Lucian. I said, oh, well, Lucian. Yeah. And he was like, no, it's Luchin. And I was like, oh, okay. Or
totally open
Elise,
to.
And he's like, no, it's Elise or Elise,
totally
or however you say
open
it.
to learning whatever you want to teach me, man. My ignorance should not be a reason for hatred. If I'm willing to learn, then I expect the same from you. That's it.
And I think that's
stop being pulled apart by these politicians, people.
And I think that's a big thing is that we're not really conditioned for people to treat us right. We expect people to be instantly rude to us in America, and I think that we got to get back to being personable people and being kind to everybody. I feel like there's a lot of kindness in the world that's being thrown to the side.
Well, that's true.
Just because somebody's wearing a hat that's red or wearing a hat that's blue or they support this person or they support that person.
It's
at the end of the day, we're all in the big bowl of soup together. You know what I mean? Like, we're all in this big bowl together, and we got to coexist.
That's exactly it. Guys, we love you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for being in the room. Thanks for just being here. Whether you're listening to it now, you're watching the live feed, or you're listening to it later just know that we can't do this without you, and we certainly appreciate you being here. I love your questions. I love your emails. I love your calls. I don't think we put the phone number up in a while, but we'll do that. Make sure it's in the notes. Because if you guys want to call us and leave us a message, call us and leave us a message. We'll play it. You come into the chat room and talk to us, we'll shout you out. I mean, we're just looking to have a good time here and be
community driven.
Yeah,
is what
well,
this
we want to be part of your life as you are ours. So I mean, as far as you'll let us go, that's where we'll go. But thanks again for being here. Rusty, you want to tell them where they can find us?
Yeah, you can find us at BWAAAKOTH. That's on all social medias, as well as some of the new ones. We're on Blue Sky and Scoops. Scoops is a premier video entertainment platform that is growing pretty
network.
great. It's growing pretty big. It's actually we have over 12,000 views now, 13,000 views.
By the way, I saw my first commercial for the Chick-fil-A streaming network.
That is going to be abysmal, but I don't know who's going to watch that.
It's like an animated it's not really what they're saying it is. It's not really a streaming network. What it is it's an app by Chick-fil-A where you can go and watch their crappy movies that they've made over the years. Like they make those family-friendly
evangelical
animated
movies.
Yeah.
All evangelical stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah. It's all we got to find the true meaning of Christmas, boy. And then you pat your head on the dog, and then you look at the cross or something. I don't know how those movies go, but I'm assuming. Anyway, it was fascinating to me. I saw that commercial, and the family's all like, "Oh my gosh, we have to watch the Bliggers of Blogger Bling Blong," or whatever they called it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure chicken's involved at some point. But and maybe the cows are evil. I don't know. All right, so come back again. We appreciate it. We're getting real close to Christmas, folks. We're gonna have to do something special. We love you, and we'll see you. I guess next. Oh wait, there's one more thing left to say.
If you're on the live stream, stick around. More content coming. We Matanye.
We Matanye, indeed. We'll see you. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.